thinking. Laugh, rewind, it all remains. This is before everything changed. Cartoons, candy, mixtape plays. Back to the mall in the old school days. Kicking it back with stories exchange. This is before everything changed. Oh, 245 at Mickey D's, Sears catalogs and memories. Eclectic is taking you back. Just turn the page. Took me for everything changed.
Hey everybody, Before Everything Changed podcast. I'm Eclectic. There was a time when playing with guns was just about everything, and the only thing kids wanted to do. When I grew up, you had to have the dopest fake guns. Our guns were immaculate. In the 80s, probably late 70s, but in the 80s, we had the greatest, dopest fake guns or toy guns ever. Now, before we get into the guns, the original guns that we had were the slingshots. Now the slingshots were dope. We had slingshots that would shoot bottle caps. We had the wire hanger ones. You would take a clothes hanger, wire hanger, and then twist it and to make the handles, and then loop a rubber band around them. Boom. And if you're really cool, you get a little piece of fabric or something, cut up old jeans and make a little patch to hold whatever you're gonna shoot in them. That was dope. And then we had the wood version where you get like a 2x4, you cut it up, make it smaller, and then you put a nail in one end, hammer a nail in there, then have a clothespin on the other, then a rubber band, and then you hold it, and then you you let the clothespin go, and then it was it was a thing. But the guns. Now the Nerf guns were cool, but we didn't really nerf it up. They weren't real enough. Now the original water guns were super sweet. I'm talking the clear joints with the white stopper you put at the top. You take the white stopper out, fill up the water, put the things. That was cool. And those guns that were like space zappers. It had sparks on the inside, and you could like legit start a fire with with those. But you would pull the thing and it would zoom, and it had a little sparks in there. But none of that is important. We're talking about the guns, guns, the cap guns, the for real guns. They were made of metal. We had handguns, you had rifles, and then they would hit the caps, and the smoke would come off when you did the caps. You had the two caps. You had that circle thing that went with the revolver, the circle caps, bat, bat, bat. And then, because those were loud, but then you had the tape, the paper caps, like the circle thing would shoot the pellets, and the tape was just smoke. But the red tape with the little pieces of little gunpowder, little dots of gunpowder. After we broke the guns, we just sit outside with the little tape and rocks and just bang and bang them. It would sound like a gun blast, and the gunpowder smelled good. It was a dangerous time, but it was a fun time. This is before they put the little orange or red tip at the end of guns. Our guns looked like fucking guns. The revolver would spin around. You cocked back the hammer. It was, oh my. But see, also, nobody got in trouble. Nobody got in trouble. Nobody got accused of. No one tried to. Well, we are also five, but no one tried to stick up a school, or not a school, a store. What? But nobody tried to stick up a store with a fake gun, or no police, or no fucking money uh, killed a kid because they thought that was a real. Because why would a kid have a real gun? It was just a different time. It was just a different time. But those guns were amazing. The cap guns, I can still smell the caps smell like. Then, now, also you had the zebra guns. And if you don't remember the zebra guns was my favorite guns of all time. All time. If I could get a vintage zebra gun right now, I'd take it. Now these didn't look like what the black ones might have looked like a real gun, but zebra, the super shot, the Rayline joints, it shot like those little yellow pellets, the little yellow pellets that were little yellow rubber pellets or plastic. I think they were rubber. I don't know, but you put them in the top, and then you slide the thing back, and I think you put like 50 in there, and you can just shoot them. They just pow pow. It didn't make any sounds, but they stung, and they was legit. It was legit guns that would shoot shit, and all the pellets they would come in like refill packs. You could There was so many pellets in the house and in the yards and you would just pick some up because your parents weren't going to buy you some extra pellets. You just pick them up, put them back in. The zebra guns were outstanding. So we're gonna go there. But let's rank them. So we got zebra guns. What do we do? 5, 10, 5. Let's do 5. So we'll put zebra guns at 5, or we'll start now. Because we're talking toy guns, Megatron, the P38 pistol with the scope and a silencer, had a stock. And that it was metal. It looked better as the gun than it did the robot. If you had that, I want that gun right now. I just want it. Just put it on the coffee table. The gun was incredible. Got to be the original, not that bullshit. Got to be the original. Also, they had Shockwave. Shockwave or Shackwave if you got the Radio Shack generic Galactic Man. But that one, that one lit up, had all the different sounds. It was a laser gun. It didn't look like a real gun, but that was just dope. It was just dope to be dope. But Megatron was it. Then after the zebra guns, for me, which is probably better than the zebra guns, this might be the best gun. 1985, the Intertech water gun.
Centerfire, the Defender with pump action, up to 25 feet of firing power, and water clip for fast loading. And now the water grenade set. Pump them up and let them fly. The look, the feel, the sound, so real. Intertech.
The look, the feel, the sound so real. They looked exactly like real guns. They made them. The LGN made them. They were battery operated. A battery operated water gun, all black. They made the noise. They had a 30 to 40 foot range. The water guns. They had an M16. It was crazy. They had an RPG, a water rocket launcher. They had clips. They had clips that you fill up with water. You put the clips. They had a Beretta. The Beretta had 2 clips. They were clips for water guns. They had the AK. It was the AK center. It was a Tech 22. They had a water. They had a machine gun. It was the Water Hawk. They had the Rambo edition. They had the M60. And the water. It would hurt. Those guns, those the GOAT. If you didn't know about the Intertech water rifles, boy. Then you had the Zapit guns. The Zapit guns, they were the other battery operated water guns. They looked like a Uzi.
Watch out, America. You never know where Zapit will pop up next.
Dad,
Bobby! Zap it!
Hey, guys! Mom! I'm so sorry.
Zap it! The color disappears, but the fun never ends.
Dad!
Hey, Bobby!
Mom!
Zap it! Complete with guns and disappearing liquid. Additional refills in red or blue sold separately. Zap it! The color disappears, but the fun never ends.
But so the cool thing about the Zap It guns was they had the purple ink. Instead of water, you put the Zap It ink in there, and it disappeared. So you shoot people, you know they got shot because they had purple shit all over them. But then the ink, it disappeared. I didn't trust it because if I ruined my clothes, I would get a real gun shot at me. But I saw the fucking Zap It guns. I didn't want to get shot with the Zap It guns, but the Zap It guns was cool because because then you could tell when people was like, it was like laser tag. Laser tag, they had guns. So I remember when laser tag came out. We thought so. Intertech that had the water rifles. They had this thing called Photon, and it's just like laser tag, but I thought Photon was better. I thought anything that Intertech, the LG and Radio Shack had laser shot. So you had laser tag, you had Photon, and you had laser shot. Photon was in '86. Then they had the arenas and the laser tag games with the smoke and the mazes and shit. And then it had ID badges, like photos and franchises with usernames and leagues and shit. Fucking the laser tag. I mean, you're still doing it now. But the guns, it's just these are the guns that we had. But the last thing that we're going to talk about is, of course, the Super Soaker. The Super Soaker is probably the GOAT. I mean, I like the Intertag and the Zebra guns better, but the Super Soaker, that was just different because you're pumping it. But see, this is because all the other ones went away because they looked like real guns. It was like, please put the machine gun down, put the Desert Eagle down, and get this fluorescent orange and green water gun. We know what that is. And so that's why Super Soaker is stuck around. Always wanted the one with the backpack, and they had the water balloon, the grenade joint. You just hoist them, but you know, we didn't have enough water in the neighborhood for that anyway. But I want to do the gun episode. So I mean, this, like I said before, they put the orange tips and the yellow tips and all of the stuff and start making guns not look like guns. It was a time. It was before everything changed.
Before everything changed. Just turn the page to before everything changed. This is before everything changed. Eclectic. Before everything changed. Before EC. This is before everything changed. Podcast. Nobody more EC. It's them more eyes. For song I never refrain my love and now. See the goddess taste before EC. This is before everything changed. Podcast.
This is before everything changed.